So we have actually one more question. We've touched on a lot of points about this Olympiad and the team and the players, the opponents. Tell us something else. Something interesting that maybe we didn't touch on, something that you liked, didn't like, something that intrigued you, interested you, anything about the Olympiad that
well,
you would like to share.
I think one thing that really impressed me about this Olympiad was, the motto for FIDE is gens una sumus, like we're one family. And when I looked at this Olympiad, it was 22 years after I first captained the U.S. team in Dubai in the Emirates back in 1986. And the number of countries has probably increased from like 100 to 150. But in those days, back in the mid-80s, principally all the strong teams were all from Western Europe or from the East Bloc, if you will, at the time, from the former Soviet satellites in the Soviet Union. But now the situation has just changed entirely. There's strong players from all over the world, and there's strong teams from all over the world. One team that I was very much impressed with was Vietnam, which had a very young team. Several of the players were under 21, I believe, and they finished ninth. Amongst all these super strong countries, you look at India, which was extremely competitive, and they didn't have Anand, the top-rated player in the world. There were strong teams from countries, for example, like Norway, which used to be a reasonable team, but nothing special. But here in this Olympiad, with Magnus Carlsen, but with other young developing players like Hammer on board 4, they managed to beat the Chinese team. So it was like literally every round, you were seeing like all this outpouring of strong players from all over the world. So it's definitely, really, there's no place in the planet now that doesn't have good chess players.
When do you think is going to happen in the next Olympiad?
Well, the next Olympiad is scheduled to be played in Khanty-Mansiysk in Siberia, and it's going to be like in September, I believe, 2010, and some of people that played on our team, like Gadakomsky, who won the World Cup there, he has very fond memories of it, so he's looking at going back. Of course, Alex Onishuk and Yuri Shulman both also played in for our team. So we have a lot of people that have experience being there, so they're eager to come back for it. I think that it's going to be even stronger than it was this last year. I mean, in Turin, we were rated 7th, I believe. And we came to Dresden with the highest rated team ever. It was a team average, perhaps like 30, 40 points higher than we were in Turin or something in that neighborhood. And we were seated 10th. So, it's like the chess world just gets stronger and stronger, and there's more and more good players. So it's going to be a very interesting challenge to try to medal again.
Well, actually, we're just about done. I just wanted to say congratulations again. It's so wonderful to hear that the U.S. chess team did so well. We thank you very much for your time, even though this was pretty short, but still, thank you very much. It was great to see you again.
Okay, and one last thing I should say, you just touched upon the men's team, but the U.S. women's team did also really, really well. They also finished 3rd, and this is only the second time that the U.S. women had ever medaled. They also finished 2nd in Calvia in 2004, but that was with Susan Polgard, who was former women's world champion. They didn't have her services available this time, but they still took home the bronze, and this is the 3rd really strong result in a row for them. They finished 4th in Turin, and in particular on this team, on board 2, Annika Zatonsky came very close to making a Grand Master norm, and she won the gold medal on the 2nd board, and Rusa Gilitiani, I believe, completed the requirements for the International Master title, and she won the silver medal on board 3. So they both played exceptionally well, and Rena Krush on board 1 and Katerina Rohanyan on board 4 played very solidly as well, and the reserve Abrahamian was a good support. So it was a real team effort for them, and they had Michael Hudakovsky was their captain, and they had Gregory Kaidanov as their coach, and it was a really, really fine result. They had to win in the last round also, to medal. So it was a clutch performance by both U.S. teams.
So of course, congratulations to both the men's team and the women's
Yes.
team. Again, today we were at the Mechanics Institute. I am the correspondent for Scomer Chess and Simeon and Koma, and again we were with International Master John Donaldson. Thank you very much.
Thank
Until
you.
next time.